Hey guys, welcome to Stream Space. We are, new box. This is actually a new release too. These actually only came out at the start of November. So, I have obtained one. I pre-ordered this actually. Along with, well, I got the Celebrations box as well, which was awesome. I got a classic Venusaur in that box. Of course, that was obviously a private pull, so I didn't do it on stream. So, anyways, this is a new box. This has 10 booster packs and one ridiculously sized Pokemon card. Obviously, not playable. The card it comes with is Pikachu and Zekrom. That's the tag team for this one. And it's actually really cool, because I can see its abilities through the thing. So Pikachu and Zekrom's a basic GX. It's an electric-type Pokemon with 240 health. Seems a little low for a legendary and, you know, a Pokemon god like Pikachu. That breaks all the rules. Its first attack is Full Blitz. At 3 electric energies, it does 150 damage, but then lets you search your deck for up to 3 lightning energy cards and attach them to one of your Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. I mean, you shell out 150 damage, nearly kill whatever you hit, and then you get to also charge up your next Pokemon, which isn't even out on the field. Like, you are, if you get this thing out there early game, like, they're done. They're just done. It only costs 3 energies to do that. Okay, the next one is Tagbul Gx. Tagbul Gx does 200 damage, and it costs 3 lightning energies and a plus. I'm not sure what that means quite yet. If this Pokemon has at least 3 extra electric energies attached to it, in addition to this attack cost, this attack does 170 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. So basically, you intentionally overcharge it. You can use its first attack to overcharge it. You double its energy, and then it can basically wipe the floor with them. So it'll do 170 damage to a bench Pokemon and 200 to the one up front. So you could get a double kill if you play your cards right. see what I did there. Okay, so we're gonna pop this bad boy open. And this has a whopping 10 booster packs. That's actually more than the Elite Trainer box. By 2. Obviously, it doesn't come with the same goodies. But I swear to God, if I get another Galarian Slowking... sorry, to be clear, Galarian Slowking V. I have 3 of them. Okay, so... This is one of the few times I've never pre-ordered cards before. Okay, that's not entirely true. I pre-ordered the Jungle set when I was like 7. I pre-ordered a couple booster packs from it. From the dollar store from when they were first getting them. Okay. So we'll take our Zekrom and Pikachu V card, which actually is really nice animation. Right? That's actually really good looking animation. To finish off his card description, he has weakness of fighting type, a resistance to steel, and a retreat cost of 3. When a tag team is knocked out, your opponent takes 3 prizes. Okay, so you know those are pretty high stakes. You wanna make sure if you're gonna use one that you're not messing around. They are not a good early game play because they could cost you the game. You never want to use them with a punching bag strategy either. Okay, so we have what looks like 3 Evolving Sky, 5 Chilling Rain, and 2 Battle Styles. That's the different boosters these come with. I must have started my iTunes when I touched the keyboard by mistake. Okay, so let's just get the booster packs set aside. Now, as the typical rule goes, we will read every new card in this pull. And if it has been seen before, you'll get a glimpse of it, and then we'll move on because, you know, we don't want to take up a whole bunch of extra video space. Okay, So, let's do this. Booster Pack 1, we're going to start with the Chilling Reign series, which I gotta, you gotta love the fact that Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno are now a different type of Pokemon entirely. Articuno now being like a psychic type, and Zapdos being a fighting type, and Moltres, I think, is the only one that hasn't technically changed, but it's now like a dark type as well. And those are variants of the Pokemon that you can get in the Sword and Shield expansions. So we get a code card with it. Man, if I ever go play that game online. Oh boy. Okay, we're going to start from the top of the pack and then work our way back. Let's go. First up, Heracross, Gen 2. This is a Grass-type Pokemon with 120 health. Single Strike Basic with 2 attacks. Horn Attack for 20 damage and 1 any energy. Single Horn Throw for 40 damage plus for 1 Grass energy and 1 any energy. Allows you to flip 2 coins, and if both of them are heads, this attack does 160 more damage. Okay. Sobble. Sobble is a basic Water-type Pokemon with Rapid Strike. It has 2 attacks. One is called Keep Calling, and the first costs any energy. Search your deck for up to 3 basic Rapid Strike Pokemon and put them onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. Its next attack is Double Spin for 20 times damage. That at the cost of 2 any energies. It allows you to flip 2 coins. Its attack does 20 damage for each heads. Has a weakness towards lightning and a retreat cost of 1. Heracross, just to kind of backtrack a little, had a weakness towards fire and a retreat cost of 2. Okay. Inkay. Inkay is a basic Psychic type Pokemon with 50 health and Rapid Strike. It has a spinning attack for 20 damage that costs 1 Psychic energy. It has a weakness towards dark and a resistance towards fighting. Retreat cost of 1. Squovit. We have a Squovit. This is, he is a basic normal type Pokemon with 60 HP. He has Scrounge for any energy, just 1. Put a Pokemon tool from your discard pile into your hand, and an attack for, and the attack Gnaw for 10. 1 any energy. He has a weakness towards fighting, a resistance of nothing, and a retreat cost of 1. Scorbunny. Fire beginner for Sword and Shield. Later becomes Cinderace, and I actually really like that Pokemon. Scorbunny is a basic Fire-type single-strike Pokemon. He has Headbutt for 20 damage that costs 1 fire energy. Weakness towards water and resistance of 0. So no resistance. Retreat cost of 1. Peony. Whatever that means. Peony is a supporter card. This is a reverse holo, so this is not an actual rare card. It's just has fancy art on it. This card ability allows you to discard your hand and search your deck for up to 2 trainer cards, reveal them, put them into your hand, and then shuffle your deck. So that could be particularly handy if you kind of want to hit the reset button on your hand. If you got a bad one, you could draw something like Professor's Research. Or another training card. 2 trainer cards that could easily be played together. The rare of this pack is Spiritomb, a Gen 5 or a Gen 4 legendary. Spiritomb is a dark type Pokemon with 70 HP. He has 2 attacks. Ghostly Cry for any energy, that's just 1. For each Pokemon in your opponent's discard pile, put 1 damage counter on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. If you placed any damage counters in this way, your opponent shuffles all Pokemon from their discard pile into their deck. So it's a double-edged sword. You could really do some damage, but you've also given them every Pokemon. You'll give them every Pokemon that they've lost. But, I mean, you could do 1 or 2 and then stop. So, really mess up. It really also messes up their deck's flow because it'll constantly be changing the shuffle. Second attack is Will-O-Wisp for 20 damage and 1 dark energy. That's basically all it does. It has a weakness towards grass, a resistance of nothing, and a retreat cost of 1. The energy for this pack is Steel, as well as Lucky energy. Let's see what this does. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides 1 any energy. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, even if it is knocked out, draw a card. Okay. Porygon 2. One of the first Porygon 2 cards I've ever actually obtained. Porygon 2 is a Stage 1 normal type with 90 HP. It has 1 attack, Tri-Attack, for 30 or for 30 multiplier. 2 any energy is the cost. It lets you flip 3 coins. This attack does 30 damage for each heads. Raboot, the second stage. So this is a Stage 1 from Score Bunny. He is a fire type with 90 HP, a single strike, and has the attack Volley Kick. Does 60 damage for 1 fire and 1 any energy. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. Kind of unforgiving. So that's the end of the first pack. Let's move right on. Move right along. Matter. Come on. Does not want to be opened, apparently. Okay. Code card. Okay, first up is Galarian Farfetch'd. This is a basic fighting type Pokemon with single strike. It has 1 attack, Puncture, for 20 damage at the cost of 1 fighting energy. This attack's damage is not affected by resistance. Okay. Makes sense, Puncture. Weakness of Psychic types and a retreat cost of 1. Would not have thought to have used that on him. Okay. Next up, Porygon 1. This time around, so this is a basic normal type Pokemon with 60 HP and 1 attack. Its attack is called Sharpen. It does 20 damage at the cost of 1 any energy. Weakness is Fighting. Retreat cost is 2. Resistance is nothing. Okay, first duplicate of the set. Heracross. Sobble. Inkay. What is this? Okay. I'm going to show you him, and then I'm going to try to read his name. This is Galarian Runerigus. He evolves from Galarian Yamask, and this is a Stage 1 fighting type Pokemon with 120 health. It has an ability and an attack. Its ability is Spiteful Slate. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's VMAX, even if this Pokemon is knocked out, put damage counters on the attacking Pokemon equal to the damage done to this Pokemon. So basically, if a kill shot like for 120 plus damage, it's gonna lets you basically give it back to the Pokemon that did it. So I mean, double-edged sword. Energy Press is its attack. At 3 any energy, it is a 60 plus ability. This attack does 20 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. It has a weakness towards grass, a resistance of nothing, and a retreat cost of 2. The rare for the pack, officially, because Runerigus is actually a rare as well, so it's a double. Okay, this is Aggron, one of my other favorites. He was one of my favorite steel types from Gen 3. Aggron is a Stage 2 that evolves from Lyran, and it has 180 health, and it's a steel type. It has 2 attacks. First attack is Guard Press. 1 steel type energy and 2 any energy, and does 100 damage. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks after applying weakness and resistance. Its next attack is Seismic Shift for 240 damage, so basically kill shot pretty much anything it hits. 2 steel and 2 any energy is the cost. This attack also does 30 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. Oh, sorry. Let me reread that. This attack also does 30 damage to each of your Pokemon. So it means, you're going to hit yourself while you get hit by this guy. Not bad, and not a good idea for a deck that runs low health cards. Psychic Energy. Seabold. Okay. Seabold is a supporter trainer card with Rapid Strike. Choose up to 2 of your Rapid Strike Pokemon and heal 60 damage from each of them. Supporter cards can only be played once per turn. Oh, hey, look! There's the Stage 2, Lyran. Sorry, Stage 1. Lyran is a Stage 1 Steel-type Pokemon with 100 health. He has 2 attacks, Tackle and Metal Claw. Tackle doing 50 damage for 3 energies, 1 Steel, 2 any. And Metal Claw doing 90 for 2 Steel and 2 any. Has a weakness towards fire, a resistance of grass, and a retreat cost of 3. Trainer item card, Expedition Uniform. Item cards can be played infinitely, so as long as if you've got them, you can play them. Smoke them if you got them. Look at the bottom 3 cards of your deck and put them on top of your deck in any order. Okay, so that's the end of that pack. So we're moving on to the next Chilling Reign pack. Chilling Reign being it's kind of a pack that I don't really like. Okay. Code card. Alright. First up is Diglett, the classic. He's a basic fighting type Pokemon with 50 HP and Rapid Strike. He has the ability Dig to do 10 damage. It costs 1 fighting energy. Flip a coin if heads during your opponent's next turn. Prevent all damage from and effects of attacks done to this Pokemon. It has a weakness towards grass, a resistance of none, and a retreat cost of 1. Golett, one of my new favorites from the Sword and Shield generation, is a basic psychic type Pokemon with 90 HP. It has Pound and Punch for its attacks, both different types of punches. Pound will do 10 damage at the cost of 1 psychic energy, and Punch will do 30 damage at the cost of 1 psychic and 1 any. It has a weakness towards darkness and a resistance of 30. Retreat cost of 3. Deerling. Deerling is a basic grass-type Pokemon with 60 HP. It has 2 attacks. One is Growl. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon's attack do 20 less damage before applying weakness and resistance. Rear Kick for 20 damage and 1 grass and 1 any energy. Its weakness is Fire, no resistance, and 1 retreat cost. Okay. Sneasel. Cool Gen 2. Sneasel is a basic water-type Pokemon with 70 HP. He has Rapid Strike. He has 1 attack called Cut Down. It's flip a coin. If heads, discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Has a weakness towards Steel, resistance of nothing, and a retreat cost of 1. Him and his evolved form in this particular set are kind of useless. Okay. Farfetch'd. Venipede. Reverse Hollow. Venipede is a basic Dark-type Pokemon with 70 HP. It has 1 attack, Poison Sting. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. It does 10 damage and at the cost of 1 Dark Energy. Weakness is fighting. Its resistance is nothing. Retreat cost is 2. The rare for this pack is not what I expected. It is another variation of Porygon. This is Porygon Z. Okay, and it evolves from Porygon 2, so I guess this is the 3rd form. Didn't even know he had a 3rd form. Okay, so Porygon Z is a normal type with 140 health, Stage 2, with 1 attack and 1 ability. Its ability is Bug Transmission. Whenever you would attach an energy card from your hand to this Pokemon during your turn, you may make your opponent's active Pokemon confused. It's kind of nasty. Its second attack, its attacks and abilities are not the same thing. Abilities can be used whether they're out or not, and they always have their own conditions. Super Beam does 170 damage. It allows you to discard. It costs 3 any energy, but it makes you discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. This is actually a really nice card too. Energy card for this, Fire type. Okay, next up, Rapid Strike Scroll of the Skies item card. So this is a Rapid Strike item card. It can be attached to a Rapid Strike Pokemon. The Rapid Strike Pokemon this card is attached to can use the attack on this card. You still need to pay the required energy cost. The attack it gives them is Grav Drop. It does 10 plus damage and at the cost of 1 lightning and 1 any energy. This attack does 50 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So that could be particularly nasty. Okay, Curlia. Curlia is a Stage 1 evolution from Ralts. This is a Psychic type with 80 HP, and it has 1 attack, Mirage Step. Search your deck for up to 3 Curlia and put them onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. This costs 1 Psychic energy. The weakness is Steel, the resistance is nothing, and the retreat cost is 1. We have Fog Crystal. Fog Crystal. Search your deck for a Psychic energy card or a basic Psychic Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. That was an item card, so you can play as many as you want in a turn. That's the end of that pack. Let's move on. Just gonna move it on right along. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So on to the next pack. We open up with code card. I'm kidding. Gastly. So, Gastly, you know and love this ghost Pokemon. He is a basic Psychic type Pokemon with, and Kate, when I say that, I am referring to his card type specifically. Not him as a Pokemon. He is a ghost type, and I know that for a fact. His type in game would be ghost. Anyways, he is a Psychic type ghost Pokemon, with 50 HP. His attack is Sleep Pulse for 10 damage and 1 Psychic energy. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. Okay. Coughing is a basic Dark type Pokemon with 70 HP and 1 attack. The attack is called Smog, as you know. And it does 20 damage, and it costs 1 Dark and 1 Any energy. And its effect is your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. The weakness is Fighting, its resistance is nothing, and its retreat cost is 1. Okay, next from that, Delibird. Delibird is a basic Water-type Pokemon, technically Ice, with 90 HP. It has Icy Snow as its first attack with at the cost of 1 water energy, 10 damage. Its next attack is Package Delivery. Put this Pokemon and all attached cards into your deck, and if you do, search your deck for a card and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. It costs 2 any energy. I've actually used that strategy before too. The weakness is Steel. Resistance is nothing, and its retreat cost is 1. Getting tired of seeing this guy. Galarian Farfetch'd. Galarian Surfetch'd is pretty cool, though. Porygon. You already know that guy. Interesting. Okay, so we got a double rare on this one. We got the Reverse Holo of Kecleon from Gen 3. This is a basic normal type Pokemon with 90 HP and Rapid Strike. It has an ability and an attack. Its ability is Chroma Shift. This Pokemon is the same type as any basic energy attached to it. If it has 2 or more different types of basic energies, this Pokemon is each of those types. Its attack is Spinning Attack, 90 damage and 3 any energy, with no effects. So it can deal out its weight and damage in one shot. Its weakness is fighting. Its resistance is nothing. Its retreat cost is 2. Okay, the next... So this is a double rare pack, so that was the first rare. Next one is Sarina. Okay, Sarina is a Grass-type Stage 2 Pokemon that evolves from Steenie, and it has 140 health. It has 2 attacks. Tread On, which has 10 plus and costs 2 energy. This attack does 50 more damage for each energy in your opponent's active Pokemon's retreat cost. Its next attack is Solar Beam, the classic, for 120 damage at the cost of 1 grass energy and 2 energy. Weakness towards fire, resistance of nothing, and a retreat cost of 2. Okay, we got a Dark Energy. We got Drizzile. This is Sobble's evolved form. Stage 1 evolves from Sobble. Drizzile is a water type with 90 HP and Rapid Strike. His attack, and he only has the one, is Bounce. This does 40 damage for 2 energy. Switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. So basically, you know, do a shot and then get the fuck out. Weakness is Electric type. Resistance is nothing and a retreat cost of 1. Dyna Tree Hill. Trainer field card, I think. Stadium, yep. It's a stadium. Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's can't be healed. That's particularly mean. Next is an item card called Justified Gloves. Justified Gloves is a Pokemon tool. The attacks of the Pokemon this card is attached to do 30 more damage to your opponent's active dark Pokemon. Particularly mean. Moving on. Starting to move right along. Next up after this is our next one is a Chilling Rain, but the one after that is Evolving Skies, and I gotta say I like Evolving Skies. Very, very cool EV cards that I've gotten from it so far. Okay. Gold card. Okay. Snover. Snover is a basic grass type with 80 HP and 1 attack, Whap Down. It does 60 damage and costs 1 grass and 2 energy. He has a weakness to fire, no resistance, and a retreat cost of 2. No resistance, just the way I like it. We got a Blitzel. Gen 5, the Cursed Generation. I hate that game so much, yet I have to finish it if I want to get my Pearl Pokemon up to the new gen. If I want to get my Pearl Pokemon brought up to Pokemon Home, where I can then use them in a proper game. Anyways, basic Lightning-type Pokemon with 60 HP and Rapid Strike. His one attack is Thunder Spear. This attack does... trying to resist yawning, it's just not happening. This attack does 10 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Don't apply weakness and resistance for bench Pokemon. Weakness is fighting with no resistance and a retreat cost of 1. Okay, Gastly, getting into duplicate territory here. Coughing. Delibird. Okay, first up is Whirlipede. Okay, Whirlipede is a Dark-type Stage 1 Pokemon that evolves from Venipede. He has 2 attacks. Poison Sting for 20 damage at 1 Dark Energy, and it causes your opponent's active Pokemon to now be poisoned. Rolling Tackle for 50 damage and 1 Dark and 2 Energy. Weakness is Fighting, resistance is nothing, and retreat cost is 3. Okay, rare for this one is Ampharos, Gen 2. Stage 2 Pokemon that evolves from Flaffy. It's got 160 health. Lightning Pokemon with 2 attacks. Thundershock for 50 damage and at the cost of 1 lightning energy. I mean, that's not bad, just 1. And he's ready to deal out some damage. That's not bad damage either. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Next one is Searchlight Tail for 90 plus damage at the cost of 1 lightning energy and 1 any energy, your opponent reveals their hand, and if you find any energy cards there, this attack does 90 more damage. Okay, a water energy. Okay, Celio, the evolved form of Spheal. This is a stage 1 water Pokemon that evolves from Spheal. He has 110 HP and 2 attacks. Ram for 30 damage, and 2 water energy, and Aurora Beam for 70 damage for 3 energies. So 2 water and 1 any. Weakness of Eye of Steel, resistance of nothing, and retreat cost of 4. I mean, he's not a bad second stage water Pokemon. You could really deal with some damage with him. Melanie, supporter trainer card. Attach a water energy card from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon V, and if you do, draw 3 cards. Whirlipede, you know and hate him. I'm kidding, he's actually not that bad. He's got decent attacks. So basically the Pokemon equivalent of Spin to Win. Okay, we're on to the next. I'm a little annoyed that we haven't seen a single V card so far. Okay, Rufflet. Rufflet is a normal type basic Pokemon with 60 HP. He has 1 attack, Whirlwind. For 10 damage, your opponent switches their active Pokemon with one of their bench Pokemon. He has a weakness towards lightning, a resistance towards fighting, and a retreat cost of 1. Next up, Psyduck. He is a basic water-type Pokemon with 70 HP. He has 1 attack, Rain Splash, Rain Man. It does 10 damage, and it only costs 1 any energy, but I mean, it's kind of pitiful damage. Get him into a Golduck, and you'll probably be flying. He has a weakness towards lightning, a resistance of 0, and a retreat cost of 2. Zorua. A basic dark-type Pokemon with 70 HP. He has Rear Kick as his only attack for 20 damage at the cost of 2 any energy. He is weak against grass, has no resistance, and his retreat cost of 1. Okay, Hippopotas. One of my favorite, derpy Pokemon from the current generation. He's not current, actually. I'm pretty sure he's X and Y. But anyways, he is a fighting type basic Pokemon with 100 health. Has 2 attacks. Tackle for 30 damage at the cost of 1 fighting and 1 any energy. And Mud Shot at the cost of 2 fighting and 1 any energy for 50 damage. Weakness of grass type, resistance of nothing, and a retreat cost of 4. It's a pretty hefty basic. Okay. Dwabble. He is basically a hermit crab. Anyways, basic Pokemon, grass type, 60 health, has 2 attacks. Ram for 10 damage and at the cost of 1 grass energy, and Sharp Claws for 10 plus damage at the cost of 1 grass energy and 1 any energy. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 30 more damage. Very yawny doing these. Flip a coin if... Okay, weakness towards fire, resistance of nothing, and a retreat cost of 2. Okay. Reverse hollow version of Hippopotas. Okay. Stoutland, the rare for this pack. Yuck. Okay, Stoutland is a Stage 2 Pokemon that evolves from Herdier with 160 health, normal type. 1 attack and 1 ability. Its ability is Intimidating Fang. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent's active Pokemon attacks do 30 less damage. Its other attack is Knock Away for 120 plus damage at 3 any energies. Flip a coin. If heads, its attack does 100 more damage. So I mean, that's a win-win attack. It's got conditions, but they're not that bad. Steel Energy. Okay. Classic. Hypno. Hypno is a psychic type with 110 HP. with 2 attacks. He has Hypnosis, which is 1 psychic energy and puts them to sleep. It has Wake Up Slap for 30 plus at 1 psychic energy. If your opponent's active Pokemon is affected by a special condition, this attack does 90 more damage. Then, that Pokemon recovers from all special conditions. Its weakness is Dark type, its resistance is Fighting, and its retreat cost is 2. Full Face Guard. Okay, this is an item trainer card Pokemon tool. If the Pokemon this card is attached to has no abilities, it takes 20 less damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. Okay. Well, given that abilities aren't super common, I mean, they're on their fair share of Pokemon, but there's not really that many of them. We got Lombre up next. Lombre is a Water-type Stage 1 Pokemon that evolves from Lotad, one of my favorite derpy Pokemon from that generation. It has the attack Wave Splash for 50 damage at the cost of 1 Water Energy and 1 Any Energy. Its weakness is Electric, and its resistance is nothing. Its retreat cost is 1. Another pack down. Evolving Skies. Like I said, I like this pack because it's got cool Eevees. Okay, Teddiursa. Teddiursa is a basic normal type Pokemon with 70 HP. It has 1 attack called Scratch that does 10 damage for any energy. Weakness of Fighting, resistance of nothing, and retreat cost of 1. Speaking of Lombre, we got Lotad. Okay, Lotad is a basic water-type Pokemon that looks about as basic as its name implies. It has 60 HP with 2 attacks. 1 is Call for Family, and the ability costs 1 Any Energy. Search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench. Then shuffle your deck. Second attack is Rain Splash for 20 damage at the cost of 1 Water Energy and 1 Any Energy. Weakness is Electric, resistance is nothing, and retreat cost is 1. Next up is Litleo. Litleo is a basic Fire-type Pokemon with 60 HP. He has the ability Live Coal for 10 damage and only costs 1 Any Energy. Weakness is Water, resistance is nothing, retreat cost is 1. Bagon. One of my favorites that leads up to Salamence. Okay. Bagon is a basic Dragon-type Pokemon with 70 HP. He has 2 attacks. One is Gnaw for any energy at 10 damage. The other is Headbutt for 1 Fire and 1 Water Energy, 30 damage. No weakness, no resistance, and 2 retreat cost. Man, that psyched me out. Okay. Lillipup. Basic Pokemon with 60 HP, normal type. 1 attack called Lead. Search your deck for a supporter card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. Next attack is Tackle. The basic of the basic. That is 20 damage at the cost of 2 Any Energies. Weakness of Fighting, resistance of none, and retreat cost of 1. Okay. Ooh, that's not bad. We got Bergmite. Bergmite is a basic Water-type Pokemon with 70 HP. It has Tackle for its first ability at 1 Any Energy and 10 damage, and Spinning Attack for 20 damage and 1 Water Energy and 1 Any Energy. Weakness of Steel-type, resistance of nothing, retreat cost of 2. And Zoroark. Zorua's evolved form. This is a Stage 1 evolution from Zorua. It has 120 health and is a Dark type. It has an ability and an attack. Its ability is Phantom Transformation. Once during your turn, you may choose a Stage 1 Pokemon except any Zoroark from your discard pile. If you do, discard this Pokemon and all attached cards and put the chosen Pokemon in its place. Okay, the second attack is Night Daze for 70 damage and 2 Any Energy. Is there weakness of Grass, a resistance of none, and a retreat cost of 2. Water Energy. Okay, we got Tentacruel. One of my favorites. Tentacruel evolves from Tentacool. This is a Stage 1 Pokemon. It has 120 health. It's a water type with 2 attacks. First attack is Wave Splash for 50 damage at the cost of 1 water energy and 1 any energy. Its next attack is Poisonous Prison for 100 damage, 2 water energy and 1 any energy. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. During your opponent's next turn, that Pokemon can't retreat. Okay, Lucky Ice Pop. Okay, then. It's an item trainer card with heal 20 damage from your active Pokemon. If you healed any damage this way, flip a coin. If heads, put this Lucky Ice Pop into your hand instead of the discard pile. Okay, that could be kind of handy. Last but not least is Braviary. To go with that Rufflet from earlier, I guess. This is a Stage 1 evolution from Rufflet. It is a normal type with 130 HP. It has 2 attacks. First, Valiant Talons at 30 plus damage and 1 at the cost of 1 any energy. Your opponent's active Pokemon is an evolution Pokemon. This attack, if your opponent's active Pokemon is an evolution Pokemon, this attack does 60 more damage. Brave Bird is for 150 damage and 3 any energy. This Pokemon also does 50 damage to itself, so within 3 turns it could kill itself, but it could also, most likely take out pretty much anything that's in front of it. Okay, we are on the last Evolving Skies booster pack before we are done with this box. Okay. Code card. Okay, so there's another Rufflet. Pumpkaboo. Pumpkaboo is a basic psychic type Pokemon with 60 HP. Its ability is Pumpkin Pit. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may discard a stadium and play. Its attack is Stampede for 20 damage and 2 any energy. Its weakness is Dark, its resistance is Fighting, and its retreat cost is 2. Okay. Pikachu. Got a Pokemon. This is a basic electric type with 60 HP. It has Energize, its first attack, for 1 lightning energy. Attach a lightning energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon. Second attack for Electro Ball, 1 lightning and 2 any energies for the cost. It is a weakness of Fighting and a retreat cost of 1 and a resistance of nothing. Electro Ball, by the way, only does 30 damage. Garbage. Okay, Petalil. Okay, Petalil is a basic grass-type Pokemon with 60 HP. It has 1 attack, Seed Bomb, for 20 damage, and at the cost of 1 grass and 1 any energy. It has a weakness towards fire, resistance of nothing, and a retreat cost of 1. Okay, Slackoth. Rhymes with Jackoff. What? What? Nothing. I didn't say that. This isn't made for children. That's a lie. So he's a basic normal type Pokemon with 70 HP and Single Strike. He has the attack Smack and Slack. That rhymed and I hate it. So 30 damage is what it'll do, and it costs 2 any energies. But this Pokemon is now asleep. Weakness of Fighting, resistance of nothing, retreat cost of 2. Found my gecko. Give me eyes. Okay, cool. Gigalith. I like Gigalith. He actually looks really cool. He is a Stage 2 evolution from Boldor. Does 120. Sorry, it has 180 HP. He's a fighting type. He has 2 attacks. Guard Press. First one at 1 fighting energy for the cost, 50 damage. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 50 less damage from attacks. That's actually way better than the Guard Press that Aggron had. Its next is Pressure Shot for 180 damage, 1 fighting energy and 2 any energy is the cost. This Pokemon also does 10 damage to itself for each damage counter on it. Weakness is Grass, resistance is nothing, retreat cost is 4. It's actually a pretty hefty retreat cost, all things considered. We got Stoutland again. Yay. Pokemon I'll never play. Psychic Energy. really should bust out my Mewtwo deck. Hippowdon. Okay. Hippowdon is the stage 1 evolution from Hippopotas. And it has 150 HP and it's a fighting type. It has 2 attacks. Hammer In for 120 damage at the cost of 2 fighting energies and 1 any energy. Or Sand Press for 220 damage with the cost of 3 fighting energies and 1 any energy. Discard 2 energies from this Pokemon. Snowleaf Badge. Okay, Snowleaf Badge is an item card. Pokemon tool. If the Pokemon V this card is attached to has Leafeon or Glaceon in its name, it has no retreat cost and no weakness. Okay. Scrafty. It's got a hollow fold. It's kind of got the arcing that a hollow fold card has. Okay, this is a stage 1 evolution from Scraggy. He's a dark type with HP of 120 and 2 attacks. Headbutt for 40 damage and 2 any energy. Shakedown for 90 damage and 1 at the cost of 1 dark energy and 2 any energy. Discard a random card from your opponent's hand. Weakness of Grass type, resistance of nothing, retreat cost of 2. We're in the home stretch, fellas, and we still haven't gotten a V card from any of these things. I mean, I think that it almost should be a guaranteed thing. You're getting 10 booster packs, you should at least get something cool. Instead you get a tag team card that's a huge risk to play. God, doesn't want to come out. I hate doing it that way. Okay, ready for the next. Bronzor. Bronzor is a basic steel-type Pokemon with 60 HP. He has 1 attack, Ram, for 30 damage at the cost of 1 steel and 1 any energy. He's he's got a weakness of fire, resistance of grass, and a retreat cost of 1. Spoink. Spoink! Spoink is a basic psychic-type Pokemon with 60 HP. Has 2 attacks. Headbutt Bounce for 10 damage and 1 at the cost of 1 psychic energy, or Power Gem for 30 damage at the cost of 1 psychic and 1 any. Weakness of Dark, resistance of fighting, and a retreat cost of 1. Okay. Roly-Poly. Roly-Poly is a basic fighting type Pokemon with 70 HP. Has 1 attack, Reckless Charge, for 30 damage at the cost of 1 fighting energy. This Pokemon also does 10 damage to itself. Has a weakness of grass, resistance of nothing, and a retreat cost of 2. Okay, we got Frillish. Frillish is a water-type basic Pokemon with 80 HP. It has Recover for its first attack, which at the cost of any energy. Discard an energy from this Pokemon and heal all damage from it. Or Rain Splash for 10 damage at the cost of 1 water energy. Weakness of Lightning, resistance of nothing, and a retreat cost of 2. Okay. Esper. Esper is a basic psychic-type Pokemon with 60 HP. Has 1 attack, Focused Wish. 20 plus as the damage at the cost of 1 psychic and 1 any energy. Flip a coin if heads, this attack does 20 more damage. It has a weakness of Dark, resistance of fighting, and a retreat cost of 1. Very cool. Bouffalant, Reverse Hollow. Okay. Basic basic normal type with 120 HP. Has the ability and an attack. Its ability is Sap Sipper. This Pokemon's attacks do 60 more damage to your opponent's grass Pokemon. And before applying weakness and resistance, its attack is Head Charge for 120 damage at the cost of 3 any energy. This Pokemon also does 30 damage to itself. Its weakness is Fighting, its resistance is nothing, and its retreat cost is 2. The rare for the pack, Boltund. Boltund is a Stage 1 electric Pokemon with 130 HP. Evolves from Yamper. Its first attack is Corner. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat at 1 lightning energy and 30 damage. Defiant Spark at 2 lightning energy, 1 any energy, and 130 damage. If this Pokemon has any damage counters on it, this attack can be used for electricity, or for electric energy. What? Oh. If he has any damage, this attack only costs 1 lightning energy. Okay. Weakness of Fighting, resistance of nothing, retreat cost of 1. Okay, electric energy. Bruno, one of the original Elite Four characters. This is a single strike supporter card. Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 4 cards. If any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn, draw 7 cards instead. Okay, Mustard. Rapid Strike style Mustard. Rapid Strike. You can play this card only when it's last card in your hand. Put a Rapid Strike Pokemon from your discard pile onto your bench. If you do, draw 5 cards. Morpeko in Dark form. This thing terrifies me. Basic dark Pokemon with 80 HP. Its attack is Gather Food. Put an item from your discard pile into your hand. Hangry Tackle is its attack at 20 plus damage. It has a Dark type. It costs 1 dark energy, pardon me. And if you have no cards in your hand, this attack does 90 more damage. That's nasty. It is weakness to grass, resistance of nothing, and a retreat cost of 1. You might notice we're speeding up a little. I'm trying to kind of beat the clock on this one. I only have so much time. Okay, we're going to speed through this. Okay. Mienfoo. Basic fighting type Pokemon with Rapid Strike, 60 HP. Double Stab is attack 30 times. 1 fighting energy, 1 any. Flip 2 coins with attack, does 30 damage for each heads. Galarian Mr. Mime. Galarian Mr. Mime, basic water type, 80 HP, has Pound for its first attack, 1 water energy, 10 damage, and Find It for its second attack for 2 any energy. Search your deck for an item card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle your deck. Weakness is Steel, resistance is nothing, retreat cost is 1. Okay, Fomantis. Fomantis is a basic grass-type Pokemon with 60 HP. Its attack is Continuous Slash. It's the only one it has for 1 grass energy, 20 times damage. Flip a coin until you get Tails. This attack does 20 damage for each heads. Weakness of Fire, resistance of nothing, retreat cost of 1. Spearow. Classic. Spearow is a basic normal-type Pokemon with 50 HP. Its attack is Peck, 20 damage at 1 any energy. Weakness towards lightning, resistance towards fighting, and a retreat cost of 1. Cubone. Even more classic. Cubone is a basic fighting-type Pokemon with 70 HP. Its attack is Beat for 10 damage and 1 fighting energy. Its second attack is Headbutt for 30 damage and 1 fighting, 1 any. Weakness of Grass, resistance of nothing, and a retreat cost of 1. Aegislash. Aegislash is a Stage 2, evolves from Doublade at 150 HP and Steel type. Its ability is Stance Change. Once during your turn, you may switch this Pokemon with an Aegislash in your hand. Any attached cards, damage counter, special conditions, turns in play, and any other effects remain on the new Pokemon. Attack is Full Metal Blade for 210 damage at 2 energies and 2 steel energies and 1 any energy. Discard 2 steel energies from this Pokemon. Weakness is Fire, resistance is Grass, retreat cost is 3. Mienshao. Stage 1 evolves from Mienfoo, 90 HP fighting type with Rapid Strike. It has Pound for 20 damage and 1 any energy, and Spinning Whip for 90 damage, 1 fighting and 1 any energy. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Shuffle this Pokemon and all attached cards into your deck. Okay, we got a Fire Energy. More Pico, went over that. Bruxish. Okay, this is the last new Pokemon. The next one is a Bouffalant. Bruxish is a basic water-type Pokemon with 110 HP. It has Bite and for 20 damage and 1 any energy. And Surf for 110 damage and 2 water energies and 1 any energy. Has a weakness of lightning, a resistance of nothing, and a retreat cost of 1.